So how did I make my first $100,000 on Facebook? You don't have to buy anything to find out how, because I'm going to share it with you right now. So there's a few things that I did, 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. And I'll go over those and I'll keep this really short, but here's what it is, and here's how I've got other people doing it too. And the reason it's important you know I've got other people doing it is because the whole purpose for me making this video is so that you can envision yourself doing it, so you can decide if you want to do it too or not do it. And this is all generated by spreading health, which is extremely important just from a moral ground. Spreading health, quashing sickness, make lots of money doing that instead of what a lot of other people are doing, managing sickness, perpetuating a slow death process, making tons of money. Let's do the opposite of that. So here's what I did. Number 1, first, I got into an online business. You have to have a business. I'm going to give you the nails, so to speak. And if I give you a bunch of really awesome nails, you know, the how-to represents nails. If you don't have the hammer, which is going to be the business, then the nails are pretty much worthless. You can't drive them through anything or build anything with it. So you got to get into an online business. And the one that I did, feel free to research it, is called Team Beachbody. There's negative and positive reviews. You decide if you want to attach yourself to negativity or positivity. And I respect them because it's anti-GMO, pro-organic, and lots of feedback from people improving their lives, the quality of their health, and their feelings of happiness. So that's a worthwhile product to spreading health. So that's the first thing. Get a business. I'm a Team Beachbody coach, and if you want to look at that when this video is done, let me know. Happy to share more with you. All right, the next part is inviting people. This is the part where I was freaked out. I had to talk about it with people, and freaks a lot of people out, but I've solved that problem of being freaked out and being scared. I've had the scaredest of the scaredest people and the shyest of the shyest people, including myself, Sharon, scared, and problem is solved. I got them doing it, and they love it, and I love it now too. It's addictive for me. Here's what the invitation looks like. It's something along the lines of, hey Jane, I got involved in a side project that I started, thought you might be interested, and feel free to say no thank you. But the side project deals with health and fitness. Would you be interested in taking a look at that? Now there's one of 3 ways that people typically respond to that. The first way is, no thanks Tom, but thanks for thinking of me. How cool is that? Thanks for thinking of me. People actually say stuff like that all the time. And it's really cool because what that means is that nobody is alienated. It's not weird. And you know what? Our friendships, they get the bonds that I have with my friends and so forth, they actually get a little bit stronger because of that, because of the way that I invite people. And that's how I teach others to invite people as well. So if you want better relationships with people, get into an online business and start inviting people that way. Your relationships with your existing friends are going to get better, and you're going to make new friends. You know how I've got so many friends, so many loyal friends? It's because I have a business and I invited them, versus the opposite of what usually happens. You get a business and people are alienated and relationships are worse. This is the complete opposite. So not only is that going to help you spread health and make money doing it, but the relationships in your life are just going to be better. That's pretty cool. I bet you didn't see that coming, did you? The second way of the 3 ways that people respond is they'll say, you know, right now is not really a good time, but I'd totally love to look at it later. So great, now I get to follow up with them later, a couple weeks, a month from whenever, because they want it, it's just not the right time. Happens all the time. But thank you for thinking of me, Tom. And they continue to be grateful that I thought of them and they let me know. Happens all the time. In fact, that is the most common response that I get, even more common than just a flat out, no thank you, but thanks for thinking of me. More often I hear, no thank you, not right now, it's not a good time, but later I'd love to look at it. That's the most common one that I get. That's pretty neat. And the third kind of response that I get from people, the one that we all love, well, actually all 3 of these are pretty cool, but the third one is, yes, I'd love to. Tell me more, what's it about? And then I get to share it with them. Pretty cool. So all 3 of those responses, by the way, I'm not being treated as somebody who's trying to sell them something, because I'm not positioning myself as somebody who is trying to sell them something. I literally say in the first part, feel free to say no thank you. Would you be interested in looking at it? But feel free to say no thank you. That's not the position that a salesperson takes who's trying to convince people to do something that they don't want to do, or a Trojan horse or bait and switch and all that other nonsense. So I teach my people, my team, to do it this way too, not to position yourself as a salesperson. It works out pretty good for you and everyone that you talk to. It works out very good that way. So can you picture yourself saying that to people and strengthening the relationships that you already have, and at the same time you're building a business without positioning yourself as a salesperson? And in doing so, you're spreading all kinds of health and helping people come out of chronic diseases and chronic debt for some people that are in debt. You're actually doing something that's profoundly impacting people's lives and helping them do that. Can you picture yourself doing that? And does it make you feel good to do that? Oh, and one other thing that I did and still do to this day, you see me talking about things that I love and care about, stuff I'm passionate about, stuff I like talking about anyway, whether I had a business or didn't have a business. I put that stuff on my Facebook and social media all the time. So you get the freedom, the liberation to be yourself and talk about things you care about instead of turning your presence into a sales platform. You don't position yourself as a salesperson when you're inviting people one-on-one, and you're not going to do it on your social media either. You're going to be yourself. But it takes guts to be yourself, and that always gets some people because they're just very reserved and they just don't have the bravery to be themselves yet. But some of you do. Some of you got the guts to really be yourself and have an attitude that says, you know what? This is who I am. If you like me, great. If you don't, no big deal. And that's all it takes to be yourself, really. I mean, to really genuinely be yourself, that's all it takes. So just doing that alone has gotten me so many private messages to my inbox asking me about this, this thing that I do, because, hey, Tom, I'm interested in it. You seem pretty cool. It looks like you're doing something that you like, and I enjoy your Facebook posts. Tell me about what you're doing. I'd love to hear about it. So then I've also got a lot of people starting the conversation with me, and then I'm also starting the conversation with other people with that invitation that you just heard about. Hey, so-and-so, I've got this side project that you might be interested in. Feel free to say no thank you, but it deals with health and fitness. Would you be interested in looking at it? So that's me starting the conversation with people, and you've already heard how all that works. Even with shy people and scared people, it works great. But I've also got people starting the conversation with me because I'm being myself on my social media, and you get to be yourself too. So that is what it takes. That's how I did it. That's how you can do it if you're even interested. So I extend that invitation to you. I've got a business. I've got a side project of making money, spreading health, quashing sickness. Would you like to take a look at it? I don't know if you'd be into it, but I think you might, especially if you like the content of this video. Feel free to say no thank you, but private message me, and I'm happy to share this with you, and you can decide if it's something you want to do. I think you can do it, but you can decide. So I'll be hearing from quite a few of you really soon. After all, truthfully, that's why I made this video, to hear from you, to receive messages, and to share this with more people. Sound cool? I'll talk to you later. Bye for now. And I've got a website if you want to look at that too, fireyourboss.xyz, not .com, don't go there, .xyz, fireyourboss.xyz. And, just like Beachbody, positive reviews, negative reviews, you can decide if you want to attach yourself to positivity or negativity, and I always love hearing from people that like to be positive. Bye for now.